What happens when culture gets commodified? We know that as things become popular, they get stripped of their true essence, the things that made them cool to begin with. The cultural codes of the subculture are extracted, diluted down to be more palatable, to be mass marketable. But what is the cost of this commercialization on society and us as people? In translating signals, you flatten out what you took inspiration from. This flattening out of culture inspires blandness, and this is how we get mid, widely palatable and easily digestible cultural products. And it's this race to the middle that transforms cultural practices into aesthetic trends to be seen rather than experienced, and results in a culture that feels shallow. When marketing to the masses, there's a problem when information is conveyed without context. When cultural artifacts, symbols, and practices are removed from their original context, it has harmful effects on mental health, well-being, and self-esteem. And this extraction is harmful to the communities proposed to be supported by the marketing. When the lifestyles of inner-city urban youth are used to sell trainers, or non-Western food cultures are used as a marketing tool, culture becomes performance. And the people who seek to gain aren't usually those whose culture is being co-opted. When culture is produced for monetary gains instead of to cultivate human beings, we end up with a culture that feels hollow. Simmel argues that the tragedy of culture happens when the object of culture comes to dominate the subject of culture of the individual. Individuals develop a blasé attitude and indifference to the meaning and value of things. Perhaps then, in order to navigate this tension, we need a refocusing on the internal, a focus on personal development and the cultivation of the self, rather than merely focusing on consuming or accumulating cultural products. I'd love to know what you think. Can marketing ever be unethical? Let me know in the comments and follow for more unpacking of consumer behaviour, trends, and the collective identity, all informed by psychology.